All right, everyone. Welcome to Maximizing BIM 360 Updates. We're going to go ahead and get started in the webinar. Just a little housekeeping before we get started. If you have any questions during the presentation, please be sure you type them into the question box in your GoToWebinar control panel, not in the chat panel. Sometimes when we have questions that require a bit more in depth of an answer, we'll do a blog post or we'll send it out in an email. So we can't access the questions if they're not in the question box. Also, a recorded version of this webinar will be available on our website and on our YouTube channel within a couple of days. You'll receive an email with the link when it's available. And just before we jump into the webinar, I want to introduce to you Microdesk. So Microdesk was founded in 1994 as an Autodesk reseller with a simple mission to assist architecture, engineering, construction, owners, and GIS firms with improving workflows and integrating project delivery technologies. 25 years later, and that mission still holds true. Microdesk is a well-established AECO consulting firm with 13 offices in the US and UK. We have over 200 AECO consultants, solution specialists, and software developers. One of the hottest topics in the AECO world is urbanization. Urbanization studies suggest that the US will build 114 cities the size of Boston in the next 30 years. Here at Microdesk, we can help make sure you're prepared to meet those demands. We use software from industry leaders such as Autodesk and IBM and combine it with our vision and passion for sustainability to meet the demands of urbanization. Our team of industry expert consultants are redefining project delivery and asset management. To help support the industry with these demands of urbanization, we provide full service consulting. This includes building information modeling services, enterprise strategy and workflow assessments, technology management, mentoring and support, and application development. Now I'm going to hand it off to Mike Kirk. He's going to jump on to take you through today's webinar. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Jess. My name is Michael Kirk. I'm an architectural solution specialist here at Microdesk. I specialize in assisting design organizations with integrating building information modeling into their design processes. I'm a certified instructor in both Autodesk and other related software. I work with national architectural firms and government agencies to provide on-site assistance, strategic consultation, as well as custom training, content creation, and creating standards and workflows. I have expert knowledge in the use of BIM tools such as Revit Architecture, Navisworks, AutoCAD Architecture, and Bluebeam. So as we go through, with the beginning of the new year comes the need to assess if we are getting the most out of the tools we have chosen to implement into our organization's workflow. For those of us that have been taking advantage of the BIM 360 platform and its many modules, the anticipation and the implementation of the latest updates is what will allow us to continue to benefit from these tools. That is what we're going to be discussing today. Today we'll be discussing the latest updates that have occurred in some of the many modules of the BIM 360 platform. These updates have been designed to further allow users to take advantage of the cloud and to enhance and streamline the design process. As you can see, each of these updates have been taking place in all across the BIM 360 platform. Today we will be discussing the latest updates that have occurred in many of the modules within the BIM 360 platform. These updates have been designed to allow us to take advantage of those processes. Over the last couple of months, Autodesk has made additions to and/or enhanced the capabilities of each of these modules in ways that will add value to the project workflow from design through to construction. From enhancing file organization and distribution in the document management module to enabling the assigned responsibilities and deliverables better within the meeting minutes module portion of the project management tool. These are the improvements we're going to be discussing. So within the document management tool, additions have been made such as the Move Folders tool, which enables users to quickly move folders along with the files within each folder. The Show Folder Path setting is a new admin setting that allows viewers to see the names of folders that they do not have permission to view to easily verify the folder hierarchy. And with the PDF enhancement tools, users can now use Deep Zoom to easily capture relevant data, snap to align when calibrating and measuring for quick measurements, and precisely align PDFs when comparing versions for an improved viewing experience. You see within the move folders previously, if a user wanted to move folders, they would have to create the new folder in its new space and then move all the documents into that new one. Now users can easily just select to move the folder itself with a right click to get to the submenu. With our Show Folder Path setting, previously if the user was only granted permission to view certain folders, they were not able to see the full folder hierarchy. This led to confusion as to what the folder's contents were. Now there is an admin setting that allows viewers to see, although it's grayed out because you do not actually have access to it, the folder names of the folders they do not have permission to view. Within Deep Zoom, there's been an upgrade in the sheet processing technology to allow for Deep Zoom users can now continually zoom in as much as they need to gather relevant data. The Snap to Measure tool allows users to snap to align when calibrating and measuring on vector PDFs. With the Compare with Precise Alignment, we can precisely align and compare PDF versions using the keyboard arrow keys. Within the Design Collaboration module, there has been enhanced users with the ability to share and consume files, IFC files, and generate views from those IFC files. In addition, there has been the implementation of using supported documents within packages. Users can now view and manage the supporting documents in the package in the curation process. Going through the process of viewing, working with the IFC files, we can view the IFC file as a single or as part of the aggregated project model. You can also manage your IFC files within the BIM 360 document management project file folders and drag and drop your IFC files to the appropriate folders using the browser or by using the Autodesk Desktop connector. If the IFC file is added to a new folder on the project admin page, Design Collaboration will detect the new folder and recommend this new folder to be turned to a new team. The use of supporting documents will allow companies to enrich the shared design data with additional non-CAD and non-BIM information. You can add, share, and consume through BIM 360 document management hosted documents and preview the supplemental documents during the package process. The files that are supported by these include PDF files, doc files, JPEGs, and PNG files. And when those files are consumed, they will end up copied into the other team's consumed folder. Within model coordination, there's been an addition that would allow us to capture observations and list them as issues within this tool, and so that we're not only listing clashes as issues, but we can actually go through and make notes on certain observations that we see within the models. There's an updated viewer that does things like correct model naming, and there's an automatic pivot point positioning among the bugs and enhancements that improve the performance. Model coordination enables the creation of multi-model issues identified during coordination constructability review sessions. Full integration with the BIM 360 issue services now enables model coordination users to capture observation of any type of issue against the multiple models. There has been improved error handling. Users can view partially successful results of uploaded models and see where things went wrong. And things like correct model naming will help with the positioning with the model inside of model coordination. Within project management, there has been a new tool, the Meeting Minutes tab has been added, and this makes meeting management effortless with clear visibility into the commitments made and the centralized history of all meeting records. There's also been approved submittal items that are instantly accessible to the entire team. With only a few clicks, meeting organizers can create an agenda. You can see with our meetings tab shown, meeting organizers can create an agenda for an upcoming meeting and add meeting attendees. With the meetings tab, the agenda is automatically accessible to all the invitees. Once the meeting kicks off, the organizers can track attendance, document decisions, and assign individuals to action items to establish clear accountability. Follow-up meetings can be generated and will automatically carry over resolved items. Users can quickly distinguish between the agendas and official meeting minutes with the addition of the color-coded badges. The calendar can be used to filter the list so that needed information can be found quickly. With the cost management module that was added toward the end of last year, it gives us a way to automate the payment process, easily track payments, and provide a real-time view of the financial health of the project with the addition of the main contract tab, the budget payment application tab, and the budget tab. Opening the cost management module and selecting the budget tab, you can select and filter the filter icon to open a flyout panel where you can create and view with multiple conditions. To edit, the edit icon on the left-hand side allows you to toggle between the overview and editing of overview and edit mode. The chart icon allows you to turn charts on and off. You can select the column headers and sort in descending or descending order. Column settings allows you to select the columns you wish to include in your reports, in your views, and export. The export button allows you to export a nicely formatted budget report. It also provides an option to include additional historical data. The main contract tab overview works the same as the budget overview. That you can select the filter icon to open up the flyout panel. The edit icon lets you toggle between the overview and the edit modes. You can turn the charts on and off, and you can set your column settings. With the budget application, payment application menu tabs, you can set up billing periods and manage incremental payment applications with the ability to track both pending payments and completed payments against the total work to be completed, making it easy to balance cash flow and accurately forecast. All supplier payment applications, change orders, and backup sheets for each billing period are collated to provide the foundation for the budget payment. So now let's take a look and see some of these tools in action. So within our project admin is where we control, again, we can look at the services that are active within the project. If we wanted to take a look at the settings for our document management, we can go in and just choose the document management module. And under advanced settings is where we can turn on the folder settings so that it will allow folks to see the hierarchy in the folder structure, even if they do not have edit permissions within these folders. Below that, you'll see it is where the PDF viewing, and we can enable the deep zooms that we were talking about and the snapping when dealing with calibrations, and also allowing us to do some alignment. When we go into the document management folder structure, we can see we can add, when we're adding our additional folders, whether it be under the plans section or the project file section, if we needed to move any of these, if we needed to move the folders, because maybe we have documents that needed to be copied to a couple of other folders, we can, before we had to make the folder in the other team's folders, or where the new folder was supposed to go, and then copy all the contents of that folder out. But now, with a simple right click, we have the ability just to choose the Move Folders tool, and that'll allow us just to move that folder from one folder structure to another. Within my design collaboration, as you'll see here, it's showing me the sets that I have listed. And again, with the new tools, we have access to the IFC files that we can bring in. Those were copied within our document management files, and we place those, again, under architecture. We place the IFC files, we place supporting documents, we place both the model and the IFC file within the project files portion of our document management file. And then that's going to allow us access to it when we're inside of design collaboration. It's going to allow us, if we hit the pull down arrows, when we want to go through and we want to start creating a package, and you see we had one that was created here. If we wanted to create a package, we just click on the plus sign. We're just going to look at the content of the package that was already submitted, and you'll see it has the one model, which is the IFC file. But if I go over to the documents, it has those two supported documents automatically brought in with, that I could include with that package, so that when someone else consumes this, they'll be able to view these supporting files. As you can see that if I go back to document management, and the process say would have been that as the architect, I created that package, and the structural engineer looked at that package and decided to consume it. And he was able to preview both the IFC file and the supporting files that I included. And he decided that all that was information that he needed, so he was able to consume it. And then once he consumed it, it shows up in his consume folder, and it shows up that these are the files that were part of that package. Now, when we look at the model coordination portion, what we're used to is, when we look at we have all of our multiple models, they're all aggregated and together, so now we can actually view them. And so I can take a look at all of the clashes associated with them. And if I wanted to look at some of the clashes, I can view the model, kind of orbit around within the model. And again, as you can see, the architectural file is that IFC file. So now what I can look at it, and I can view one of the clashes, and then when I see the clashes, I can create the issue. This is what we're used to. But now we have the ability to if I just want to look at the model, and there are just certain observations that I want to make, and I want to make notes of that, I now have the ability to create the issue just based on observations that I see, and it could be just based on information that I need about that panel. And then I can go through and do the same thing that we would do with our issues, assigning it, creating due dates about when the information that I'm looking for is needed. So I can fill this out, and so it's not just about looking at the clashes associated in model coordination, but I can also just look at general observations and make notes of that and include that in any reports that I do about issues, that I create about issues. So moving forward, just wanted to show you a couple of things that associated with the project management portion, the project management module, where we can see we have our new meetings tab. And within that meetings tab, we have our ability to create a new meeting if we needed that new meeting, start adding invitees associated with them, the agenda. These are all things that we can now create, and when it shows up, when that meeting does get created, then you'll start seeing it listed as to whether or not it was just the agenda, as we showed in the slides, whether or not it was just the agenda that's on the meeting, or if the meeting actually happened, and we can go in and look at the meeting minutes. So next, we can take a look at the cost management tool. And again, these are the tabs that we were discussing in the slides. Is under the budget tab here, we have our budget, main contract, and our budget payment application tool. And our ability to export these reports out, and it gives us a look at the health of the project. It gives us a look at how things are going across the board, so that we can point out any discrepancies that are coming up and that have happened, because it gives us a solid record for everything that's going on with the financial health of the project. So these are all tools that we can take advantage of within the BIM 360 updates that have happened. So with that, I'm going to kind of take it back to if we have any questions associated with this. So if we have any questions associated with this, I can switch it back to Jess, and we can go through if there are any questions that we have associated. And I thank you guys for your time. So Jess, whenever you're ready.
I don't think that there are any questions. So just to reiterate, this will be posted within a day or two onto our YouTube and our website, and you'll get an email. Oh, we do have one question. Mike, it says, is the project management tab a separate license that you need?
It is a separate license that you need. It comes with BIM 360 has a possibility, but there is a separate license that you need. Also with the cost management, it's also an add-on.
If you folks have any more questions, you can just ask it in the questions tab. We'll stay online for a minute or two more in case anyone has any more questions. But again, you'll get a link or an email that'll let you know when the webinar is uploaded to our website and YouTube channel. We got another question, Mike. It says, do you need to add the PDFs through the desktop connector?
No, they need to be any of the supporting documents that you want to add. They have to be added into the project files folder, but they can just be uploaded. They don't have to go through the desktop connector. But they do, and in fact, I'm just gonna, let me pop back into this here. So as long as they're added within the project files, then they'll be seen when you're creating the packages. But you will be able to just go through and say that I want to upload some files. So you will be able to go through and just say I need to upload some files, and then copy them into your project file section. But they just need to be in the project file section so that they can be seen. So they can be seen when you create a package.
All right, folks. Well, it seems like we don't have any more questions. So thank you so much for joining us for Maximizing BIM 360 updates. We'll send out that email very soon. Have a great one, everyone.